Good evening. Happy 4th of July weekend. Tonight I'm going to take a look at Stone Enjoy by 7416, an IPA that boasts 10 different hops in it. And it's 9.4% alcohol by volume and 90 IBUs. It looks like, according to the Stone website, that it gets a 100 on rate beer. I didn't look at that. I did not verify that, but it includes. So is this Enjoy by series is specifically designed to be enjoyed fresh, and so the release date for this was May 30th. That's when it came out, but this bottle was actually bottled on 5/29/16, so bottled the day before that release date. And with the idea of to drink them while they're fresh. IPAs in particular are good fresh beers, where you can enjoy all of the hoppy chemicals that make it so bitter and amazing. They're very fragile chemicals for in hops, but nonetheless, this features Nugget, Super Galena, Simcoe, Delta, Target, Amarillo, Cascade, Galaxy, Citra, Nelson Sauvin, or Savon, Moteca and Helga, Matueka and Helga hops. That's a lot of hops and a lot of misspoken words. My apologies. But even though I'm sitting outside and there's a breeze going on, perhaps because there's a breeze going on, I can smell all kinds of hoppiness coming out of this beer. Has an interesting kind of herbally hopness to it. Not quite danky, but herbal. There's some citrusy ness in there. Let's see if I can get this so I can, very deeply bitter hops that are going on. So color-wise, it's a beautiful, almost amber. Looks like it's pretty carbonated, poured with a nice head that looks like it's going to stick around a bit, even though I keep swirling it. All right. Stone, never disappointing. The smell was pretty intense. Definitely super danky, herbally, not even danky, just herbally hops. It just smells like plant matter, kind of. And it definitely smelled bitter, but the taste, it's really nicely balanced. I feel like, at 100 IBUs, we're really getting into the gosh, what's that term? I can't even think of it. Not secondary IPA, double IPA, and it kind of starts to mellow out a little bit, and we can enjoy some of the other flavors in the beer. And I feel like this is probably where this beer is. And I think yesterday I looked up the IBU range for an IPA, and it's 40 to 80, if memory serves me correctly. And so at 100, this is definitely in the double IPA category. As such, we start to see a shift back over to the balanced malty side. This is definitely a very, very hop-forward beverage. But it has a nice malt backbone, almost a sweetness on my lips. Definitely hoppy. Pretty strongly hoppy, as a matter of fact. All right, very hoppy, which is what we'd expect out of an IPA. It's good. You know, if you're a hop lover, I feel like this is definitely a beer for you. The aftertaste is, you know, like grapefruit rind, you know, so deeply bitter, you know, and that's what you're left with. Every time you take a drink, though, it's kind of lighter, and malty. But that doesn't last long. The finish is all hops. Good beer. I think it would be better more cold in my preference because I like a little bit more subdued hop profile. And I don't think this is not cold necessarily. It was in my refrigerator for the last couple of hours, and then I brought it over to where I am now. But I think I would prefer it more cold. So there you have it. But great beer. Stone never disappoints. You know, their beers are always interesting and have an interesting story or history or purpose behind them. And I really appreciate this Drink Fresh series, this Enjoy By series, where they're trying to put beers out and have people drink them fresh. You know, beer flavor will degrade in a standard alcohol range in most beers. You know, within 6 months. And it actually says on the website that these beers are fresh for 37 days. And so when I went and I found the website, it actually has a countdown. So at the moment of making this video, there are 0 days, 8 minutes, 0 days, 8 hours, 20 minutes, and 3 seconds in which to enjoy this particular batch. They're widely distributed, so it's pretty easy to find all over the U.S., and that's always a nice thing, you know, because then you can recommend beers to your internet buddies, and they can enjoy it as well. Something I thought was interesting by looking at the website was that it's available in 12-ounce six-packs and draft, and so I see pictures of 12-ounce not only cans but bottles, which I have never seen. That's kind of a cool idea. But I always see it in 22-ounce bottles, so that's nice. I also wanted to share, it says on here, acclaimed for its groundbreakingly short shelf life, this intense double IPA brought forth a whole new concept of what constitutes fresh, guaranteeing fans of the ultimate level of hoppiness. The devastatingly independent batch you have in your hands is no different, like its predecessors before its celebration and declaration of fresh beer. You know, so great brewing that they're doing over at Stone. You know, the beers that they make are always amazing. Always tend to, and I shouldn't say always because, you know, once you set up rules, somebody's going to break them. But they tend to be very hop-forward beers. You know, and IPA fans really appreciate their beers a lot. You know, and they make great stuff. So if it's something that you see on the shelves and you like the IPAs or you have an IPA-loving friend, bring it. You will do your friend a kindness by bringing this beer. Anyway, that's the Enjoy By 070416 IPA. Nice, beautiful, fresh IPA at double IPA at 9.4% alcohol by volume, and brewed out of San Diego, or actually Escondido, San Diego County. And you can have a discussion online because they're tapped into the hashtag. So there's a hashtag EnjoyBy where you can share pictures and posts, etc. And get in on the conversation and see what people are saying. So if that's your thing, do that. Share with me if this is a beer that you had. I know it's pretty widely distributed, so I think a lot of people are drinking it. And let me know what you think about it and the kind of hops that are used. You know, there's a lot of different hop flavors, and this one is very herbally. I think probably not my favorite style of hops. And so I'm curious to see what other people have to say about that. So please share with me. Thank you for watching and have a good night.